My grandpa used to tell me the story before he passed away. He was a British infantryman during World War II. He was only about 19 years old when he enlisted. Like many young soldiers, he thought joining the military would give him the chance to see exotic places around the world. But instead of Tunisia, Italy or the Pacific, he ended up almost in his own backyard, Switzerland. Now this part is important for context. Switzerland tried to stay neutral during the war, but despite that, both the Allied and Axis powers were very interested in the country. Once Nazi Germany started committing acts of aggression towards Switzerland, Britain sent reinforcements to help support the Swiss military. However, in order to avoid open war within its borders, the Swiss government ordered its forces to retreat strategically into the Alps. That's how my grandpa ended up stationed in a tiny remote village in the Swiss Alps. It was early winter of 1943. The village only had around 500 people. One advantage of the location was that it was extremely difficult to reach, so the chances of a sudden invasion were low. But it also had a major downside. Communication with the rest of the military was already difficult, and then, in early December, a series of massive blizzards swept through the region. The storms destroyed the few communication lines they had. Now the soldiers were completely cut off from the outside world. Weeks passed, roads were buried under 7 to 9 feet of snow, and the telegraph lines were useless. Winter grew darker and colder. The leaves were gone from the trees, and the bare trunks stuck out of the mountains like broken ribs. The village sat between two mountains, and sunlight only reached it for a few hours each day. Most of the time it felt like they were living in permanent dusk. Then one night, my grandpa was drinking at the village bar with some other soldiers when a group of locals approached them. One of the villagers looked extremely upset. The locals spoke German, and they weren't used to having British soldiers around, so one man started shouting in broken English, "Where? Take you? The children?" Luckily, one of the soldiers spoke German and started translating. After several minutes of confusion, he turned to my grandpa and the others and said, "They say some of the village children have gone missing, and they want us to do something about it."